Hey, what's up everybody? It's Carlos Collects Comics and I'm back with another episode of Monday Hauls. This is episode 5 and I can't wait to share with you what I picked up this past week. Okay, so I can't wait to get started with you. Wanted to start pumping this up now because this is something that I'm going to do. I am still a super small channel and I'm trying to build up subscribers. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to be posting a separate video announcement about a 100 subscriber giveaway. That's right. At only 100 subscribers, I'm going to be doing a giveaway, and I'll be giving you more details about that, but I just wanted to plant that bug in your ear. So let's go ahead and get started with the haul for this week. This first stack that I'm going through, these are books that I picked up from a Facebook claim sale. If you're new to comic collecting or to the channel, you might not know what that is. What that is in the Facebook groups for comic book collecting, there are sellers who will post a bunch of books in the comments of a post and they will offer them for sale. And then it is up to you as the buyer to go in and claim them in the comments before other people can get to them. So it's kind of a first come, first serve. Sometimes they do auction style where you bid in the comments, but these were all from a claim sale. So here's the books. Some of them are brand new. Some of them are from a week or 2 weeks out because it usually takes a little bit of time for them to arrive. This first book is Cult of Dracula, #1. I think this is the A cover. I just wanted to pick this up to read it and to see what was going on with it. I'm not too familiar with Source Point Press, but I think they might have a couple of good titles that I've seen before. I've got a variant for Silk #1. I think I shared in last week's episode that I picked up the A cover. Well, here's one of the variants, and then here is another variant. So I decided to go ahead and pick these up to complete at least the first couple. For some odd reason, I keep forgetting that I already have Department of Truth #7, so I now have another copy of the A cover and another copy of the B cover. It's a great issue, but I don't know why I have so many copies. If you tune in to an affordable auctions, maybe I'll have those for sale. Another one that I picked up, this is the second printing of issue 6. I've shared this before, and I've had other copies of it as well. But again, I don't know why. This is what happens when you start getting confused on what you already have. Here's one that I'm not sure why I picked it up. It could have just been the cool cover, or it could have been a mistake in the processing. But this is Spawn #316. Not really a Spawn buyer, but it's a cool looking cover, so I don't know. This was a 1 in 25, I think the birthday cover, variant cover for Miles Morales Spider-Man #18, and I had been looking for this one for a while, just been looking for a good price on it, and finally got a really good deal on it and decided to go ahead and buy it. But that's for the personal collection. Stray Dogs, as I shared, I'm a fan of this series. This is the acetate cover for #1. It's a lot of reflection here, but I decided to go and pick this up to add it to my set. I've got Ha issue #3. I think this is the A cover, and then the B cover right here. Children of the Atom. I think this is the secret variant. I think this is the secret variant here, but I'm adding this to my Children of the Atom section. And then cool freebies from this seller. Always adds some neat stuff. He went ahead and threw an ENIAC #1. He labeled them now. An ENIAC #1, not first print, and that was a freebie. And then the Carnage Black, White, and Blood 1 in 25 variant, and this was also a freebie. Super cool of him to add this because I know that these 1 in 25s are not They generally don't go for cover price, but he threw it in as a freebie because I buy a lot from him. Yeah, so that was really cool of him. So that was from my Facebook claim sale that I did. Wanted to, yeah, and then a couple of LCS hauls, or a couple of back issue bin pickups. Every time I come across these, I pick up copies of Mask, the original 80s series. These are both number 2. One is a near mint and could hit a near mint plus with a good press. The other is a VF plus to near mint minus that needs a press. And these are, yeah, I just picked these up, and for $1 a piece, I couldn't pass them up because they're in excellent condition. They were just sitting there marked for $1 in the regular back issue bin. So those, for the personal collection, those are from the ongoing series. Those are not from the mini series. So I don't know that the value is too much on those just yet, but I am picking up the Mask series because I believe in that as a cartoon property worth picking up, and I'll be sharing that in another video coming soon. Top 80s cartoons worth picking up right now because they're fairly inexpensive. Alright, so here is, let's see, yeah, and a couple more back issues. This Nova number 1, it's got both of the Novas, and then another Nova number 1 from another series. This one's not as popular, and yeah, I'm going to cover that. I don't want to give away the shop I got it from, but I did get that one for $1 also. So here's some other new books that I've got coming up. I found a copy of the Man-Thing edition, or Man-Thing variant cover for Miles Morales Spider-Man number 24. I didn't get that for some reason and wanted to make sure I had it for the personal collection. Noctera number 2. This is, I think, the cover A. I got 2 copies of that. And then I think this is the cover B for this one. I picked up 1 copy of that. This is one that I'm looking forward to reading. It's another, it's an Aftershock comic. It's Project Patron, or Patron. It's another independent superhero book that I'm really looking forward to reading. I did pick up 2 copies of that, and sometimes when I pick up a couple of extra copies, I'll add them into a bundle. On another channel, when I sell books, I might pick up a couple copies here and there to be able to add into a bundle, and then that is able to keep it moving. Sometimes I'll end up holding the books for a little bit longer just to see what ends up happening with them. Here's the Silver Coin number 1, cover A, that I'm interested. Look, Chip Zdarsky, I don't know, he kind of flies under the radar. I think he's actually a pretty solid writer. My son is crazy about Stillwater, the series that he's writing, and I know he wrote the Daredevil Passing of the Mantle from Matt Murdock to Elektra, and I mean, he's pretty good. He's a good writer, and I don't know why his stuff doesn't always, he doesn't get quite the same amount of press as like Tynan and Cates, but he's pretty solid. So I'm interested in reading that one. I'm really interested in reading it. Don't have any kind of a mini review for you about it, but I think Silver Coin was one worth picking up. Fear Case number 3. Matt Kent is another one that I've been watching. I read ENIAC, which he wrote, but from Bad Idea, and really enjoyed that. So Fear Case, I have issues 1 and 3. I don't know if I have 2, but that's one. It's on my to-read list. But sometimes you got to pick these. Sometimes you have to pick these books up and then just read as you have a chance. But don't get too far behind on it, because you don't want to get to a point where you're just buying comics and you're never reading them, because then you're kind of, I think you're kind of missing the point. Last 2 from my pickups: Star Wars: The High Republic Adventures number 3, and then Star Wars: The High Republic number 4, which I think I already have a few copies of that. And then last one, this was a special pickup because this was from one of the Strictly Comics affordable auctions that was recently coming up. I am a panelist on those from time to time. But I was watching one night when this book went up for auction. As you know, this has become a very popular comic right now. Uncanny X-Men number 221. This is a Near Mint Plus copy. Very, very high grade, very clean copy. And so I wanted to go ahead and pick it up for the personal collection. I had considered sending it in to be slabbed. I think in one of my previous videos I might have even showcased it as a book that was getting slabbed, but I thought more about it, and I'd like to try to build up some of my Uncanny X-Men run. I'm selling off some of the lower grade copies, and I just sold off a low grade copy, and that helped fund acquiring this high grade copy. And so that's a goal that I've got, with kind of like a side smaller goal, because those back issues are going crazy right now. They're insane, some of the prices for them. So those are my pickups, and then I wanted to share a couple for my son, because some of you might be reading these and might wonder about them. So Rain Like Hammers is a book that he really, really enjoys it, and so we just picked him up issue 4, and I think we've got issue 3 on my LCS is going to get us a copy of it. And then another one that he got is Ultra Mega. This is the number 1. This is the second print, and he wanted to pick this up because it's like kaiju and big super people fighting against kaiju, and he really liked the artwork and the story, so I like to encourage him reading whenever I can. And I think he was just sharing with some other teenagers that since he started reading comics, his reading comprehension and just his enjoyment of reading and just him being able to read has gotten better. And that is one of the biggest reasons why I encourage comics for younger folks, for teenagers especially, because anything that works out those muscles, those reading muscles, is going to help. It's just going to be a good thing. So that's my haul and for this week, and my mini devotional on the benefits of reading comic books from an academic standpoint. But what are you reading? Leave a comment and tell me what are some books that you've been picking up that you're enjoying and that you think I should check out. And if you happen to have kids that are in the teenage age range, by all means, please leave those suggestions in the comments as well. If you don't mind, also leave a like for this and consider subscribing. I've got a lot more videos, a lot more content that I want to share with you, and I just want to see this community and this channel continue to grow so we can connect around the hobby of comic collecting. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. This is Carlos Collects Comics, and I'll see you next time.